It's Lorelei and the dog and the laser eyes and the crazy story we find ourselves in. So last time we got to read the journal and got an order of days. Let me just get yes, we've got to read this journal from the artist and it has days underlined and they're not in order. So we basically got a certain orders of weekdays. Then if we go to this note we have previously found in the kind of tent for fortune teller, it tells us about how different days of the week are linked to different astronomical objects. And then if we go to the gallery, then we get symbols for each of those objects in this art exhibit here, right? So like this is the moon and all of the other ones, the sun. And then we have this item we found from the zodiac clock, which I guess we have to go to it again because it actually did get picked up to our pocket. So yes, after solving the zodiac clock, an item fell out, which on it had the various symbols. So I think what we're basically doing is we're taking the orders of the days of the week represented as symbols and putting them into this thing. So we start with Mercury, which is this one. Then we go to Saturn, then Venus, then that was already on Mars. Why did I move it? Yes, Mars, then the Sun, then Jupiter, and then the Moon. And yes, that gives us a key with the, I forgot what it's called, the Triquetra key, which I think is what goes into those objects in the mausoleum in the forest. So this one is definitely based on like, oh yeah, can you recall a bunch of those things you saw at various points in your journey to bring them all together? So I think, okay, let's quick break while she pees so I can have more coffee so I can run faster. No, we're not gonna wash hands anymore. Who's gonna know? Probably would have walked to the mausoleum in the time it takes me to set up for the coffee and drink the coffee, but whatever. No, we're totally just having a chill time in here. Who cares? It's not like there's anything happening that could potentially end badly if we just take our time and drink some coffee. Okay, off to the mausoleum we go, but I guess we pay the dog toll as we pass through anyway, even though I just did pet the dog at the start. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Into the forest we go. And now the order for this, I already have it written down because it was based on like, you know, the graves have dates of birth and death for different people, and then the puzzle here is basically do it based on that order. So we start with this grave, which is for Lorelei, and we put the key in here. Yeah. Then we go to Lorenzo's grave, which is this one, and again put the key in there. Then we go to Renate. Okay, need to do this twice. And then we go to Lorelei again. And finally to Lorenzo. And that should be it, hopefully. Yep. Cool. Yes, so I had the puzzle figured out. I just need to then figure out all of the rest of the steps to get the key. So what do we have in here? So underground tunnel, stone panel, which is in the same 3x3 layout as the maze. So that's interesting. We will be marking out some path that we, like how we would go through the maze panels or something. Because like if we mark out how you have to go to the center, it's the north. No, you can only press one thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought you had to like, you know, press a path, but this seems to only press down one. Okay, well, let's explore and see what's here. Okay, there's more of those panels. Oh, okay. So there is stuff on the ground. So that looks like the maze pieces. So this might be like, press the one that corresponds to this maze piece, which, let's see what this one is. I have the maze open on the side so I can see, but yeah, we'll paste it on the screen so you can see as well. Yes, which piece could this be, if it's even a piece? I think this is the northwest. So if I press the northwest here, and then, okay, so is there a maze piece on the ground? Yes, there is. So what piece is this? This is just the west piece. So we want to do this, okay? And then on this side, what piece is this? This is the north. Yep, okay. We figure out this layer, and then that logs the gate. And I assume we're going to be doing a similar thing here. Okay, well, we have the maze pieces on the floor again. So this is... this is just the centerpiece, okay. And we have to move it to where that is. Is it going to matter? Because like this whole area would be the centerpiece. Or is it maybe put it where the pickup would be? So yes, what are we looking for? Because the pickup in this section is 1 down and then 5 across. So it would be here, if we just consider this panel. Okay, so then this piece is the south piece. So for the south piece, the pickup is 1 across and then 5 down. And then this piece is the east piece, and the pickup there is 1 down and 5 across again. So here. Yeah, that worked. It's a lot to do with those maze pieces. Okay, so is there another one? We have 1847 and the northeast piece. So what do? We can rotate those directions. Maybe not, maybe yes. So let's see. We have 1963 and this is the... What piece is this? Interesting. Oh, this is the southeast piece, but it's mirrored, because it should be the other way around. So if it's mirrored, then what does it mean? Do we just put it upside down? Because, I mean, it's not upside down, this maze piece. It's literally just flipped left to right. And then we have 2014, and this piece is... This is the southwest piece, but this one is both upside down and... No, it's just upside down. It's just been rotated upside down, which would make sense to rotate this section upside down then. Yeah, but then that's the rest of them are not correct. So is this... Okay, yeah, this isn't correct completely for the northeast piece because it's turned once clockwise. So if we turn it once this way. So what's up with this then? Which way does this need? Okay, we can turn this if we go up and down. So if we leave it like this, but then turn it upside down. Still not? Okay, I just need to inspect this a little bit closer to make sure I have it right. Okay, so southwest like this. And it's, yeah, it just turned 2 times clockwise. That should be correct, right? This is the southwest piece. So we just want this part here. So we take the southwest piece and then I think we turn it 180 and that gives us the same shape because that's here at the bottom with the square and that goes around this way. So that seems correct to me that this is just turned upside down. Now for this one, because yeah, we just flipped it like this to be mirrored, and because that's this piece here, and if we flip it, oh, it's flipped horizontally. Yeah, if we flip it horizontally, that's the shape. So it's, I flipped it vertically, and then do I need to spin it to get the right flip? Yeah, that's it. Okay, was just missing that one step. Yes, nothing like good old paint to help you visualize the puzzles. Okay, we've gotten to the this part. And we've got Renate with the other eye. And there's more to explore here, but let's just get the eye. Well, we know what to do with those now as well, so it's coming with us to the maze again. And what else is here? Okay, we've got the owl, like a scene in the script of a man. Here sleeps the owl with one eye open. Okay, well, we may need to copy all of those texts then, because I think that's what the questions may be about. And then this is closed, but we can pull this. Now is that additional exit? Shortcut. The dog is waiting for us. Okay. Hi, dog. Did you see that? I made a secret shortcut exit. Just, careful going down there if you decide to venture. Okay, let's have a quick save. And then it's time for the maze again. Okay, take us to the maze, spooky ghost lady. And then we have this shortcut here, so we just get down this way. And we put the other eye in this statue. And then that also is gonna cause a waterfall of red. Yep, lovely. And that, okay, we can see more. Oh, okay, so that's gonna be what we do. So we only use like 3 of the error message memory codes to access here, and here's using up the rest of them in this section. Okay, that's the message like this. Okay, so you have 6EB, which is delta, which someone has helpfully corrected me that I wrote that one wrong, so I would have been very confused. So we have delta, then we have 5, 8F, which is pi, and E00 is omega, and F86, which is psi. So if we look in our book, for the Greek alphabet, we can copy the symbols for it. So now we got to take the trip to the center of Quiz Club, a bunch of backtracking, so that we can answer hopefully correctly. Stopped running again. This coffee really just doesn't last very long. And Quiz Club is this way. Make sure to save so we don't lose all of this progress. And go through here, and then we've got to retrace the maze again. So we're on the southeast, so we need to go here. This way, turn here and go down. And through here, I think. And see, I didn't actually redo that guy that asked about the statues to the Minotaur after I lost the previous maze. But that's fine, because we know the answer here is 2. So we're good on that one. Correct. Yeah, out of my way. And then, yes, we get to go to the center, and the Minotaur will ask us about the message at the... Yes, you have done well to come this far, but only the nonsense moodier, which I still don't know what that means, knows the answer to our final question. From top to bottom, what did my underground brother say? Okay, he said delta, pi, omega, phi. Yeah? Yeah? Please don't shoot me. You are the nonsense moodier. Does it actually mean something that we're supposed to understand? Let me just check the Latin. Nope, nothing here that would explain it. So, But yes, now we're in the center of the quiz club. And here she is again. The perseverance in your heart has proven great. You have reached the center once more. Beyond the mirror ahead exists another reality. Broken from whence you came, unbroken from the powers of truth. The red gallery is beyond and below. It houses the 3 symbols of truth you seek. But know that the passing of time rearranges all. Construct their original arrangement in your mind's eye, paint the 3 symbols of truth in your memory. Return for the looking glass once you believe yourself done. Okay, it's gonna be like the puzzle to dual puzzles. Oh, and here's hair. Here's our reflection as an old woman. Well, so we've spoken to Hair, and she's shown us visions, right? We have them. So hopefully we know enough, or is this do this only once you've done everything else in the game? I still have to finish the saves and get the disc and actually look at the rest of the discs. Should I do that first? In case this is like, if you do it wrong, then you'll also get dead. Just to be safe. We're gonna turn back and we're gonna go try to do the save again and do the computer discs. And then if that works, then we will have the answers, and especially the shortcut here so we can exit easily. Just so I'm not missing any information that might be crucial to solving that centerpiece, since this is supposed to be like the big secret and everything, and then lose the game or something, because the way she said, "Oh, return when you think you're done," like sounded like, she gonna pull a gun on us in that version. So once again, 1807 is what we're trying to make. And we have shapes, and they're different shapes, and they're different sizes of shapes. Some of them sort of look like letters, but then some of them look like just, shapes you could make something of. They're definitely not numbers. Okay, after much thinking and wondering what is this even, I think this might be potentially that each of the shapes makes up a number by like the amount of space it uses, if that makes sense. So like this dot is 1, and then this is 2 dots, right? So it's like this is the basic square, and then you can put a 2, 3, 4. This one would be 6. This one would be 5. So was it 1807 we were looking for? So if we do 1, then which one's 8? 18? No, it's not 1807, right? Because that would be 49 years. That was the one. So the date here is 1798. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, we start with 1. Then this one is 7 because it's 3 and 3, and then 1 in the middle. Then 9. This one, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and then 8 is this. Yeah, finally. And again, now that I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, totally, that's what it is. But I don't know how many times I have come here to this save and how much time have I spent thinking about this. It's interesting because, yes, with a lot of those puzzles, like those ones, the shortcuts, it's all been like, you just have to like make that one little connection in your head, and then the puzzles are relatively simple. But I'm sure some people look at it and then like instantly like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm here like, what do you want from me? I'm yapping. I don't need to go anywhere. What I needed to do was just, save and then start using the discs in the computer. I was like, somehow in my head, I was like, oh yeah, I used the other computer to do this. And no, I want to open a disc. So now I have all of them. This is 5. Let's start from the start then. Yes, use this one. An apartment in the city. So that's probably how her story started. Yep, let's continue with the little game. My bags are packed. I have a strange feeling about this project. I feel a little anxious. I should relax a little before I go. Okay, so that's her apartment. We can inspect all the things. A joy I made of my father. I used a new technique incorporating only triangles and lines. I think I can use this method with computers once they get more powerful. Oh yes, she was ahead of her time with computer graphics. A postcard depicting hotel, let's see. A frame design of a logotype I made for my favorite cafe. Okay, yes, that's the various things we used. From the boxes, we use that to talk to ourselves. A movie, a man from my dreams, half of his face is outside the frame. Interesting. A naive painting by my aunt. Looks like some kind of beast. I miss my aunt. Oh, did she see the red beast? One of my photo dream colleges. An empty frame. Okay. Let's look under the cushions. Yes, for dollars. Found like $1 behind the cushion. How did it get there? It's the letter from him. As discussed, I'm expecting your arrival at Hotel Let's-Ciar on January 7 next year. This project is in my magnum opus, the mother goose of all birds. It is my firm belief that you can help me transcend the limitations of art for humans. We'll put on a show for the eye of the cosmos. I think that was also the letter that was in our car. Ab emo pectore ar nero. A show for the eyes of the cosmos. Ambitious. I should bring this with me when I go. What else do we have? Abstract piece. Cool. TV. Okay, we can look at the TV. Doesn't switch on. Do we need to plug it in? I unplugged this before as a safety measure, but now it's plugged in again. Okay, we can turn the TV on. It's a talk show in Swedish. The host, Halland, is popular here. Is there another? Okay, no. We can't inspect things specifically in the TV scene. The etymologist's dream. Looks like a film is about to start. The etymologist's dream. Yes, that was one of his movies. There's a magic show on. It's not particularly interesting. Yet the magician has an undeniably magnetic charm which draws you in. Sister, I have a message for your future self. Okay, so on disc 1, he speaks to us through the TV because that's what they ask about on disc 5. In the future, I am made of paper. From my hat, there are cards. There is a red rune. This is the ancient rune eye. He's made of paper, and from his hat, there are cards. There's a red rune. This is the ancient rune eye. As in, like, he's on a poster or something? Oh, yeah, because the film posters, right? Like, we found runes on them, and then it was like, well, it looks like the runes we need for the computer. But then I was like, I don't know what. Okay, so the one where there are cards coming out of the hat. More notes, more notes. Or it could be one, honestly, like Roman. There's more channels. It's a film about the First World War. There's a quiz show on. Each contestant is shot with a toy gun if they lose. Yeah. It's the Quiz Club. Seems to be a film about someone sailing the seas. Another one of Renzo's movies. And we're back to this talk show. Okay. So I think that's what we needed to learn. Let's see if there's any more dollars. Yep. Dollar between the manuals. Crystal ball. I look into the crystal ball. It says something terrible will happen in my immediate future. Just kidding. It's just a novelty item, but I like it. Chess knight. A black novelty-sized chess knight, which I keep around for one reason or another. Okay. Black king in the living room. A photo of me as the newborn with my mother. My father is barely visible, leaving only a blur of himself as he moved just as the picture was being taken. A prototype box for my Verschlossen Erinnerungen exhibition. Yeah. There are different objects here that are related to the game. Computers, vases and bottles, porcelain cabinet, drawers, more books, lock cabinet. Okay. Many good times have been had on the sofa. Cool. Well, I should go soon, but I need to relax a little before. Maybe I should watch some TV. Yes, we did. Okay, so we have the information from disc 1. Then on disc 2, what's gonna be? We're in the city. I need to get to my car. I parked at the Orgenplatz. Again, I square, like, city square for eyes. I have a long ride ahead of me. Okay, we can move here. Cool, we're gonna have to navigate. Yes, my car is like not parked inside. No one's home. Okay, but what about dollars? Are there any dollars? I should get to my car instead of peeking through windows. Yeah, but what if there are dollars? It's a door. I'm too far away to guess where it leads. Okay, well, if we turn right, what is here? Nothing special. I wonder what's going on inside. Well, can you go and see? A door made of wood. There's nothing special about it. Can't walk there. Okay. Oh, there's a map. It's another maze. Okay. So we're here. Wurstplatz. Is that like sausage square? Geisterplatz. I'm not sure. Geist is like ghost, but I'm not sure that's exactly the same here. Schlüsselplatz. Like Schlosses here or something locking. I had German at school, okay, but I didn't do very well. Mondplatz, I don't know. Bank, okay, bank, I understand bank. Filmplatz, numbers maybe? Finanzplatz, finance. Orgenplatz, okay, that's the I-Platz. Tourists, Kirschplatz. Is that cherry? I don't know. Laserplatz. Bierplatz, Bootsplatz. Okay, so we have to get here. Okay, so we have to turn, go across here. Okay, but we're gonna go, park my car here. Well, now I'm like, should I try to go to those things? Like, will there be interesting things in there? If I turn, okay, there's some shapes on the floor, parking meters, tourist shop, convenience store, restaurant menu. I'm mostly like inspecting for extra bits, but also for dollars, even though I'm not sure I even need those dollars anymore. Like, yes, I could buy more games, I guess. But, you know, there could be hidden lore. Both the squares so far look the same, so maybe it's not like super worth visiting all of them. Okay, well, I'm just following through where it says I should be going on the map, more or less. Okay, turn here, go up. Of course, the Augenplatz is like the furthest place possible on this map. Okay, I think this is... yeah, that's the car. There she is, the old Lily Christine. You sure look dirty, old friend. There's still time on the meter. Cool, we're not getting a parking ticket then. My car is dirty, it looks like somebody wrote something on the window. There's something written in the dirt. Okay, that's gonna be the message. So on disc 2, the message is left in the dirt. So what is the message? Sister, I have a message for your future self. In the future, I am made of paper. I stare into the crystal sphere. There is a red rune. This is the ancient rune E. Okay, so on a crystal sphere or like magic ball, it is E. Which means that the first one is probably I and not just from a numeral one. Odd. So I assume that's it. I don't actually have to go anywhere. Yeah, I can just exit now. Okay, now disc 3. We're in the car now. A car light like this really gives you the time to think. Maybe too much time. Okay, we're in the car. We've got radio. Now we can set different frequencies here. Okay, glove compartment. There's $1. How did it get there? Magic. Mirror charm. A cute couple made of plastic in the car. I hope they like this bumpy road. There's someone behind us. The car is uncomfortably close. Wait, it's blinking. He's blinking. Is this a code of some sort? I wonder what all that blinking was about. Okay, so we have to like write down probably how many times it's blinking. 7, 3, 8. This is frequency for the radio, 738. If I counted right, it was going quite fast. Yeah, there's a familiar voice for the study. Okay, so on this screen is the radio. Sister, I have a message for your future self. In the future, I'm made of paper. I've reached for the ball of miracle tears. There is red rune, and the ancient rune is O. Okay, so on the vermilion tears, the rune is O. Was that him again? I don't know. Was it him again? Anything else here? Trees, trees, trees. Seems like they never end. Ashtray, American dollar. Okay. I'm driving just under the speed limit. Well, that's the information we need from here. And yeah, I have disc 4 that we get contacted by the telephone, but I don't have a rune from it, so I should re-investigate. Yes, at the gas station. Yes, so we had to like pay for gas to get change. Fill up the car. That should do it. I should pay. Yeah, we go to pay. He gives us marks back. Some coins, yep, then we're allowed to go to the bathroom then, so we can somewhere, yes, written on the mirror, yeah, 897614. That's the number. I probably have it written down somewhere, but it's gonna be faster than trying to find it. Okay, yeah, put some coin in. 897614. Yes, sister, I have a message for your future self. Yes, I'm made of paper. I'm chained like a prisoner. There's a red rune. This is an ancient rune. Yeah, okay. I think I saw that. Obviously, I saw this last time, but I thought it was related to the guy that was actually chained up, you know, that we had to free him, and not to the posters. So yes, he's chained up, and that rune is an L. Yeah, that was him. We can exit and we can save. So now if we log out of this and we look at those posters, if I remember what they are, it's magic posters. So we have the one with the playing cards. So this rune is I. The crystal ball, this shape is an E. The vermilion tears, this shape is an O. Yeah, again, you get those shapes so early on in the game, but it takes so long for you to actually find what this means. Okay, so this is the chained up letter L, this shape and this shape. So there's one more poster with a rose, and that's the shape, but that's probably what we're gonna find out from the disc 5 now that we are able to answer the question there, because, you know, once again we're getting quizzed. Okay, so load disc 5, because, you know, somehow that was the first one I got, and I was like, oh, what are you asking me here? Yes, we're in the forest, and we're in the forest, and if we press the hat, the magician shows up. Finally we meet. Forgive my primitive appearance, but I felt that this final message should be delivered in person. I take it you have received the message messages from my brothers. We must hastily proceed to the message before we run out of memory. Now, sister, to verify that you are who you claim to be, I have 4 inquiries. How did the first brother contact you? First brother was on the TV. Through the television. Indeed. How did the second brother contact you? It was in the dirt. His writing's in the dirt. I see. How did the third brother contact you? Third one was on the radio. Indeed. How did the fourth brother contact you? And the fourth brother was on the telephone. Yes, sister. You are the nonsense familiar. As foretold, I have the final message for your future self. In the future, I'm made of paper. My hand holds a rose. There is red rune. This is the ancient rune for R. Yeah, we can make Lorelei with just those 5 runes we have. And that will be used for the supercomputer, because on the supercomputer we can use those runes. I still have to figure out what the rest of the input's gonna be. Okay, so with that, I think this is all of my loose ends tied up, and the only thing therefore remaining is to go to Quiz Club and see my old self there and see if I can solve the puzzle that brings. We are at 92.1% of the truth, so we're getting closer, but not quite yet. Okay, we should be quite close to the entrance to the place as well. Yes, because it's right here. Okay, well, let's see ourselves and see what we have to do and see what punishment we may face if we don't do it correctly. Yep, we have released our old self. So now we're here and she's not here because we swapped places, and this is... okay. Okay, yeah, so we're not in the hotel right now, because when we're in hotel, it tells us our location on the map list. So when we walk around, we just got around in the same room here. But what does it mean? It's like doing that a number of times and then exiting changes things, or does it not matter? It's just a closed loop. Oh yes, okay, we can read this now. Lorelei wise, that's all about us. Admission, summary. You can spend your time going through letters, documents, and whatever else you can find, but nothing can change your memory. Please open your eyes and face the truth. It's like, yep, you're gonna have to face the truth. This is all in your head. You've all made up this simulation for yourself. Nothing can be safe now. You are in too deep. Okay, so going sideways just results in us looping. Can we go through here? No, we just come back through this way. So can we go down the stairs then? Yep, that takes us here. Okay, that loops us round. So we can basically only go where it tells us to go. Okay, this is the gallery. No, this is just looping. Okay, they want us to go to gallery. And there's this. Interesting. Anything to the sides? No, that's the same place. Yep, okay, there is a sign. Lorelei wise, the first symbol, red paint. You can keep trying to conceal this in all possible manners. Make up stories, or tell it like it never was. But the truth is right before your eyes if you want to see it. Is there something we can do with this? Or... okay, so when we walk sideways, well, it's the same room, it's different shapes. So they look... okay, so if we exit... so do we return? Okay, so let's see. We see this is the first shape. Okay, this is the first shape, but also as it's a 3x3 grid, and on the floor there's a 3x3 grid. When we start on squares on the floor, we appear on a specific square in the thing on the wall. So like they correspond in a specific way. So I wonder, do we have to like trace a path where we go just, for example, through red on them? So I have to like write down which square is which on the floor compared to the art, so that we can maybe try following a path. Well, that's gonna be a lot more notes. Okay, so I thought I would have to like follow maybe a path, but they don't connect in a way where I could just follow them nicely in a path on the thing, because you wouldn't know where the end and start is. So it might just be like we have to press all of the red squares or something like that. If I work on this, then this, then this, this, and this. That touches only the red squares, but that doesn't seem to like particularly do anything. Like I wonder, do the different room signs are different? Oh yeah, they are. Okay, so there's first, second, and third symbols. So I should read them in order so I understand better. Okay, so we start here. The first symbol. Okay, so this is the first, then this is the third symbol. It is time to end this constant rearrangement of history. This is your last chance to make peace with the truth before you go. And then this is the second symbol. You keep mixing things up. Stop playing games. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a note of basically on the floor arrangement where the red places are, but then I don't know whether I'm supposed to change something here, or do I need to know exact correlation of the square to square? Like, is there a solution I have to input here, or is this purely information I'm gathering? Because this does make the symbol on the wall, and then it also makes the symbol on the floor in a specific way if I like just go on red, which I assume is what I want, because obviously red is the important color in here. So in here, the reds are in this L shape across the bottom and then the right side. This is the third symbol. And on this one, okay, so this one's red, this one's red, this one's also red, this one's white, this one is red, this one's white, this one's red, this one's red, and this one's white. Okay, so I have the shapes each of them makes. I'm not yet sure. Like, I think it might be time to visit the computer again, because that might at least give us the hint in terms of like, what am I looking for? Because obviously I looked at the computer and it was a long time ago, and I know that the three symbols, or like it wants the symbols from the magic posters for sure, but it maybe wants those symbols as well. Just have to remember the way to the computer now.